Welcome back, everyone. This is your stimulus check and stimulus package update for Tuesday, January 12th. And in this video, I'd like to discuss the recent discussion surrounding a $2,000 stimulus check, what some top lawmakers are saying. And for those of you who have not received your $600 stimulus checks yet, I do have an update for you guys as well as more details on Biden's plan for stimulus checks. Certainly some things to cover in this update, but if you didn't know yet, this is our path to 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit it by the end of next week. If you'd like to be part of the community, be sure that you do support my channel by smashing that like button. Give the video a big thumbs up. Just will help with that YouTube algorithm. YouTube will actually push the video out to even more people. And of course, to be part of that 10,000 subscriber group. And we might do something special when we hit 10,000 subscribers, maybe a little giveaway, something of that nature. So if you'd like to be part of this phenomenal movement, go ahead and hit that big red button, the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell as well. That will notify you every single solitary time I do post a brand new video. You're not going to miss any videos. More details are coming out on the daily. So yes, more developments have emerged for people that have not received their stimulus checks yet. I understand that many people have still yet to receive their checks. Everyone's commenting down below saying, Logan, where's my stimulus check? Why hasn't it come yet? I'm expecting it by this method, from this method. Where is my stimulus check? Well, I do have some news for you. So you're supposed to receive your stimulus check by January 14th, January 15th, the latest. That's the language in the new stimulus bill. But believe it or not, some people might not actually receive their stimulus checks until February 1st. By then, a third stimulus check could have already been sent out. But yes, some Americans will not receive their stimulus checks by February 1st, and here is why. This is because if you happen to be a customer of Jackson Hewitt, the tax preparation company, the firm has said Monday that the Internal Revenue Service will start processing some payments once their systems come back online, so there will be a slight delay. Customers of a variety of companies, including H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, and TurboTax had warned about trouble starting last week. Many customers had taken out refund advances or agreed to have their tax preparation fees taken out of their tax refunds. The bank accounts were set up by the tax preparation firms and then later closed as part of that process. But their stimulus money wasn't getting to them now. As the news started to break about this glitch, the IRS came out with a statement saying that by law, the financial institution must return the payment to the IRS. They cannot hold and issue the payment to an individual when the account is no longer active. The IRS also came out with a brand new statement on January 10th, and the agency had noted that it is taking, quote, additional steps to get the second economic impact payments to more eligible taxpayers. Following extensive work and discussions with our industry partners, the IRS will reissue payments for taxpayers who do not receive the second economic impact payment in instances where the bank account identified in our records has been closed. The IRS continued saying, quote, payments will be issued directly from the government later this month. Our industry partners are not in possession of these funds within weeks of the law being enacted. For people in this group, payments may be issued either as a paper check or as a direct deposit. Taxpayers do not need to take any action or call. This will be done automatically. The IRS regrets the inconvenience caused by this situation. So do continue to watch your mail or your bank account. Don't throw out any envelopes. Keep everything just to be extra safe if you are expecting something by mail, whether it be a paper check or a debit card. And the service had also said that customers who saw delays will receive their second round of stimulus payments by February 1st or much earlier if they had to wait to claim the recovery rebate credit on their 2020 federal income tax returns. Jackson Hewitt also put out a statement saying Jackson Hewitt always fights for its clients, and the situation of millions of taxpayers not having their second stimulus payment due to an IRS error was no exception. So not surprising seeing technical errors and glitches in the systems. We did learn many lessons from the first round of stimulus checks. Hopefully the third round will go super smoothly. And speaking of a third round of stimulus checks, we have new analysis showing how much a third stimulus check would actually bolster the economy. And more specifically, it substantiates the reasoning behind $2,000 stimulus checks and how beneficial that could be for the lowest American class. In fact, according to this analysis, America's poorest families would see their incomes grow by more than a quarter if the $2,000 stimulus check proposal that President-elect Joe Biden supports passes, according to this research. In addition, the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, or the ITEP, found that the 20% of households with the lowest incomes would actually see their annual income increase by 29% if Congress passes the provision under the Cash Act. And for comparison's sake, if you were to compare that with the $600 direct payment and the $1,200 direct payment, and this chart shows it exactly, the current $600 payment gives the same group just an 8% raise, whereas the $1,200 direct payments that were sent out last spring lifted their incomes by 11%, the latter of which experts credited with keeping poor families afloat in the earliest parts of the pandemic. The bottom 20% of households who make up to $21,300 a year would get the biggest benefit from the $2,000 stimulus checks, with an average payment of $3,160. The second lowest 20% would receive a 12% boost to their annual income, with an average payment of $3,530. So it's no secret that $2,000 stimulus checks would do wonders for the American people. If you do support $2,000 stimulus checks, let me know down below in the comments. I am curious to hear. But we do have a new call from a Republican to form unity between both parties. Yes, according to a letter obtained by Axios, Senator Marco Rubio from Florida urged President-elect Joe Biden on Tuesday night to immediately call on Congress to pass $2,000 stimulus checks for the American people as a sign of congressional unity. Rubio wrote, quote, "It would send a powerful message to the American people if, on the first day of your presidency," referring to Biden, "you called on the House and Senate to send you legislation to increase the direct economic impact payments to Americans struggling due to the pandemic from $600 to $2,000. Rubio also wrote in that same letter admitting that, quote, "Although I will disagree with your administration frequently over the next 4 years, I am committed to working in good faith to advance critically important and effective policies on behalf of the people of this great nation." He continued to urge Biden and called on the incoming president, saying, quote, "You have the ability to help break the paralysis in Washington by delivering desperately needed relief. I implore you to rise above the rhetoric and deliver an increase in assistance for American families." This is the actual letter sent by Marco Rubio on January 12, 2021. It's signed by Marco Rubio on the bottom there, U.S. Senator, and evidently he is imploring President-elect Biden to do everything in his power and his ability to reach across the aisle and get Congress to amend a $2,000 stimulus check. This is a great sign of bipartisan support for $2,000 checks, but even some members of the Democratic Party still want to see targeted stimulus, just like Mitch the Grinch, Mitch McConnell, wanted to see. Moderate Democratic Senator Joe Manchin had recently said, we covered this in the last couple updates, that if the next round of stimulus checks goes out, they should be targeted to those who need it. And according to policy strategists, they are saying that other Democrats may still be deciding whether the checks should be a priority. There is still overwhelming support for $2,000 stimulus checks on both sides of the spectrum, both sides of the aisle, and we are still awaiting Biden's new stimulus plan, which will include $2,000 checks. Once that proposal is released, we'll likely get commentary from Republican and Democratic leaders. They'll be asked if they would support the provisions in that bill as it stands. But I have a feeling that it's going to include too much pork for the Republicans, and the Republicans will say that this is excessive spending once again. I'm sure with his new bill, he's going to be biting off more than he can chew in an effort to compromise and negotiate with Republicans. It will likely be somewhat diluted. That proposal is coming out this week, as well as the effort for impeachment. Both will be happening simultaneously, and we'll be covering both on this channel. More updates and developments are to come. Again, we are on that path to 10,000 subscribers. If you'd like to be part of the community, show your support one more time by smashing that like button, turn it blue. Also, be sure that you are subscribed, hit that big red button. You'll be part of the 10K. When we do hit 10K, we'll probably do something special, maybe some sort of a giveaway. We'll see what I could do within the ad revenues budget. But I do appreciate your support. Be sure that you are subscribed, hit that big red button, also hit the notification bell as well. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.